What's going on, Pokemon Go trainers? Welcome to episode 133 of Lured Up, the podcast where we take Pokemon Go way more seriously than we do ourselves. Lured Up is part of the Pokemon Professor Network. Today is Wednesday, May 27th. I'm your host, Ken Pescator, joined by my co-host, Adam Tuttle. Adam, hello. Hi.
Hey, how's it going? Episode 133. Man.
133.
We're killing it.
We did it. We got to 133. This was like the milestone all along. So it's like,
yeah, you all were like, oh, episode 100, episode 50, 75. What's that? 125 even?
I want to get to 133.
133. Leave me butterfree.
What's going on, man? How was your week? How's it been?
It's been hot. Hot. H-O-T and H-A-W-T.
Does it get like hot by you? Like, do you guys get up to the 100 temperatures?
I don't know about 100. I know.
Well, I mean, not now, but I mean, like during the summer.
Sometimes it's very rare, but yeah.
Because you're like close to the North Pole, right?
Yeah. Well, that's where Delibird spawns, so of course.
Yes. No, we had some days in the upper 70s here. We might have even broke 80 the other day. I'm not sure. So it's definitely been hot. I sweat like fucking crazy. So it's like I walk briskly and I'm sweating. So it's like
I just opened the door and I'm sweating. I was doing dishes before this, and I was sweating doing the dishes because the water's so hot. It's like my body was just like taking in all that heat.
I wish it could be like 68 all year long. I'd be happy as hell. Give me like San Diego weather. That'd be fantastic. All right, we got a lot of stuff to talk about on today's show. A lot of details. So hopefully we won't get too lost in the sauce here. But we're gonna recap and prep. That's like how we've been starting the shows lately. Recap the events of the previous week and prep for the events of next week.
This is probably my favorite part. I love recapping. And realizing what I forgot to do. Yeah.
There's, we during our recap last week, we forgot to talk about Incense Day, Dark and Water, and how shitty it was for me. But never mind. We're gonna skip that completely since we skipped it last week. But yeah, we'll recap everything that's going on, with this week and get you ready for next week. Reality blending and PokéStop scanning are coming to the game. This is really exciting. If you're a tech nerd or you care about the future of AR, this is really cool because it really empowers players and trainers to kind of be involved in the development of this through the Niantic platform, which is cool. We've got a couple fun tidbits from Pokeminers. GoFest 2020 has been announced.
Word up.
We have the dates. Now, you would think that this would be like the top story of the week, but all we have is the dates. So what we're going to do is we'll help you, mark your calendars, and then we're just going to fucking put on tinfoil hats and speculate the hell out of what this could possibly be and how this could possibly work. Because I'd imagine that they're going to have to really pull some magic off here to make this an exciting event, to be different from something like a Spotlight Hour or a Safari Zone, which we've seen in the remote settings. They're going to have to do something different. So we'll talk about what that could possibly be, and then we'll finally wrap up with a Reshiram raid guide.
Resha what?
Let's start with the recap. So all the information here coming from PokemonGoLive.com. Again, Niantic doing a fantastic job getting the news out through their first-party site. It's been fantastic. Throwback Challenge Sinnoh still going on. We've got 2 more days of this. We're recording this on Wednesday. The show will release on Friday when this ends. But it ran from Friday to Friday, the 22nd to the 29th at 1 p.m. This followed the adventures of Diamond and Pearl. Adam was breaking it down last week. We saw the release of Shiny Glameow. We saw Sinnoh Pokemon in the wild, and raids and research. We had Lucario Hat Pikachu in the wild. We had 1-hour star pieces. How did you do, Adam? Have you been out there hunting? Any shinies? Like, what's been your vibe for the week?
Well, I remember driving to the store and saying that, like, my shiny luck wasn't there. And, I messaged you and I was like, hey, because I put on an incense right before it turned over to the Lucario hat. So I got my shiny Rayquaza hat Pikachu. right at the end.
Yeah, right before. Yeah, that's
and
nice.
that was just before I went out. And then I go out. I'm not even to my destination. Like I'm like in the parking lot, and I'm, slowly creeping because I know that there's a lot of spawns. And I touch the first Glameow, and boom, it's a pink one.
That's so great. It's a good looking shiny, man. It is a good shiny.
It is. I don't want to evolve it, but I do. But I don't. Because ugly is in its name, man. And it's like, per ugly or glam yow.
Meow, baby. Yow.
Glamour yow.
All right, that's good, but no Lucario hat Pikachu?
No Lucario hat Pikachu.
Yeah, those are the fucking hot shit. But I had a really bizarre shiny experience over the week, which was crazy, because I'm always talking shit on the show of how my shiny luck is just terrible constantly.
Yeah.
I'm never getting shinies.
You don't get shinies, do you?
I know. I fucking don't. And I've been catching so many Pokemon lately. But I'm driving the other night, and, again, if it's there, I'm catching. I don't care what it is. If I have the opportunity to click on it, I'm catching it. So I click on a Burmy. Fucking shiny Burmy. Fantastic. Green one. And I had the male, now I have the female. So that's great. So now I've got both shiny male, female Burmy. Fantastic, right? Pull up to a stoplight. Next Pokemon I click on the Glameow. Fucking shiny. Back-to-back full odds shinies. Out of nowhere. That's never insane. Happened before. Absolutely out of control. And like my son was in the car, right? And I get the Glameow and I take a screenshot, and he's just like, "Did you mean to just take that screenshot?" I'm like, "Yeah, why?" He goes, "I don't know. What is it?" And I go, "It's a shiny." He goes, "And you didn't go nuts?" I go, "Dude, I wouldn't be lying if I said the Pokemon right before this was shiny too, and I held that one in." I said, I don't want to make a stink about it, fucking driving and playing, riding dirty. But that shit never happens to me. So I was really, really excited that happened. But no Lucario hat Pikachu, but I got the Charizard hat Pikachu. Probably if I was going to get one of them that I would want, it would probably be the Charizard hat one. So I'll take that. I'll take that as a way. But what did you think of the spawn pool for the week? Were you hatching eggs or anything?
I was not hatching eggs very much. I'm pretty much on my regular incubator, just kind of going with the breeze because I'm not walking as often and like moving around as much. At my own fault. I'm
doing like 60 to 70K a week right now, and I was, in that 100 mark when I was like pushing the 15K a day. I would do 105 in the week. And, I haven't been walking as much lately, but I'm still doing probably between like 55 and 75 every week. But I'm on that single incubator grind. I just fucking can't do it. And even though like I sent out 2 eggs to friends this week that have messaged me with both getting shiny Riolus out of my eggs.
Wow.
I was just like, why can't I fucking hatch shiny? I guess because I'm not hatching them. But I did enjoy this pool. I did like it, but the Glameow is just, for some reason, it just triggers me because it's an annoying catch because it's so close. I mean, they have an easy catch rate, but I can never get a good throw off on it because it's just so fucking close.
No matter what I do, I'm like trying really hard to like curveball it, and then like with the tiniest little motion, and then just boop. At nice is like what I could get. I can't get great or excellent. If you get excellent on a Glameow, that's master level right there.
Yeah,
like I don't understand.
Terry Wolf said something to that effect. He's like, I rub it and spin it and then flick that kitty. He's like, I get it. No, it's so weird. It's just, and the hitbox is bizarre. Like you're hitting like 3 or 4 inches above its head and it shows it like a hit. It's just kind of funky. They need to fix that shit. It bothers me.
Yeah. Just the Glameow.
We also had Terrakion in 5-star raids.
Did we?
I went out. We did for the whole week.
I know.
Like I said last week, I did get the shiny on last raid day, which was great. I've done a handful. I went out with Gary from New Jersey Go Battle League. I went out with Gary the other day. We did another gym sweep, and we did, I think, like 3 or 4 raids. No fucking shinies or anything. But I probably did 30 to 40 Terrakion over the week. I got the 1 shiny. Any shiny luck for you? Have you done any?
I didn't do any more after raid day.
And then the big thing this weekend is we had CDOT Community Day. This was Sunday the 24th, 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. local time. Shiftry could learn Bullet Seed, which isn't really that exciting. We had the optional $1 special research, Seeing Double. We had a Community Day bundle in the shop with the Elite Fast TM. We had some bonuses like 3-hour Incense, 3 times Catch XP. Buddy Pokemon were supposed to bring you gifts. It was a little buggy. It only worked for me on the second half of the day. I don't know how your experience was with that. But we also had the 24-hour Pokemon Go live stream on YouTube. And we were talking so much shit. Dude, it was great. And we were like, I was talking so much shit like, oh my God, the comments are going to be fucking crazy. It was so well behaved. I'm so proud of this community. There really wasn't any shit talking. Like either the moderators were that on top of it or everyone was just kind of chill. You know, the main consensus I saw were people were just like, what the fuck is this? Like, where's the action? Where am I going to see anything? Because it was just like the Galar one they did for Sword and Shield where you're looking at scenery. You've got some nice soothing, like ambient sound effects of the setting going on in the background, and then every so often a little Pokemon would pop up and you'd hear its cry, so like you'd see CDOT like run across the screen for like 2 seconds. That was cute. It was fun.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I mean, the one thing I'll say is that it was a little repetitive, but it was cute. I liked it.
There was probably on the Saturday night, I probably had it on in the background for like 4 or 5 hours because I was just doing computer work and I just had it running in the background. You know what I mean? So like that was like the perfect way to experience it. I just had it going and it was like a beach scene. I mean, granted, I live across the street from the fucking beach, but I mean, it's like there's a beach scene and, you know, you hear the waves, you could hear the wind. Like that was really cool. But Adam and I had cameo appearances in the 24-hour live stream on the Pokemon Go channel. It was fucking awesome.
Yeah, no, my mom saw me. She's like,
she did?
I saw you, honey. I saw you. And I was like, Mom.
Oh my God. That is so cool.
Pop Punk Pokemon.
So awesome.
Justin, he actually like screenshotted it. It was like, hey, look, a wild Phoenix back for fire. And, and then
same thing for me.
And then I commented on it with like the Panic at the Disco. Hey, look, Ma, I made it, GIF.
You know, it was cool. Thank you to everyone that saw us on the stream and tagged us, took screenshots. MT from G2G.media actually got video of my segment when I was busting your chops about forgetting to evolve. It was a lot of fun. Thank you to Niantic for letting us be involved with this project. It was super cool.
Yeah, it means a lot. And it really does.
It really does. And it was very cool to work with a group. I mean, again, we did all this stuff individually, but we were still working and together with a group of international creators. That was really cool because, you know, we've had tons of people on the show, and for the most part, they're from the States, but we've had like Reversal and Zoe and Canadian people like Pokeminers and stuff on the show. But being able to work alongside creators that are from Japan or the Netherlands or, you know, Poland or Italy, Spain, Brazil, you know, all that. It's just so cool to be involved with all that. So Niantic, thank you so much for that. And again, thanks to everyone that saw us on there.
Yeah, and when you did bust my chops, I did take the time to evolve right then and there. I figured if he's calling me out, I need to make sure, hands down, that I evolve right now. Yeah.
How did you do for CDOT? Did you play the whole day?
Yes, I played the whole day. I stayed inside. I watched the live stream. And it was awesome. I played, and my son's sitting next to me, and it's amazing, like watching his reaction. You know, like he's already got 2, and then he's like, "Oh, I just want the shiny. I just want the shiny. Where's the shiny?"
That's so cute, man.
And I'm sitting here. I'm like, I don't even have one. Can you stop? Like, you've already caught some. Share some with me. And he's like, "No."
How many did you end with?
I ended with 20.
All right, that's solid, man.
And that's for sitting inside. I didn't move. I didn't do anything. Well, I did stuff, but
yeah.
For the most part, I was focused, laser focused on that.
I played outside on foot. I did not follow the play from home format. I played outside the entire time, 11 to 6 in Red Bank. It was great because, you know, normally I'll take a break and have to like come home, use the bathroom or whatever. I found a spot that had like the most immaculate bathroom, so I didn't have to leave Red Bank at all. I was able to use the bathroom in the middle of the day and continue playing. I caught 16 shinies within the first 90 minutes. It was fucking bizarre. They just kept coming back to back. At one point, I caught 3 in a row. They were just everywhere. And then it really, really took a nosedive and tapered off. But I ended the day with 34 shiny Seedot. I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do with all these things.
Wow, 34 of them? You could always trade them to somebody, you know? I'm sure nobody has a shiny Seedot.
The Red Bank community is way into trading, and they're constantly doing mirror trades and just re-rolling and trying to get good stuff. So I definitely have plenty of people to trade with there for sure. All right, moving on. We also had Bronzor Spotlight Hour yesterday, Tuesday, the 26th, 6 to 7 p.m. local time. Shiny rates seemed to be like cranked up to fucking 11. They were just everywhere. I ended the day with 5 additional shiny Bronzor. It was crazy. How'd you do?
Don't ask how I did. You know I forgot about it.
Oh, no.
I legitimately,
my God.
I forgot about it. But I'm not like upset.
Double transfers or
transfers? I didn't.
Oh man.
Well, no, I had to do that.
Minecraft?
No, I kid you not. I was not. No, I was cooking. Priorities, man. Priorities.
Hey, man. I bet you were cooking like nachos or tacos or pizza.
No, what were we having on Tuesday? No, what day was this? Tuesday?
It was probably tacos, man.
No, I made an actual meal.
Yo, don't disrespect.
Oh no, we were grilling.
Stuff.
We were grilling outside. We were grilling.
Well, that's an acceptable reason to skip it, even though you forgot it. But
yeah, it's like by the time I got to my bearings together and realized, because I jumped on Instagram, was like, oh, it's 7:30. I'm way past that.
All right, well, that was this week. Adam, why don't you prep us for
It's embarrassing. I'm honest about it. Well, we have a few days off from the Throwback Challenge Champion Special Research. It picks back up on next Wednesday. If you completed the Kanto, Johto, Hoenn, and Sinnoh timed research challenges, you will unlock the Throwback Challenge Champion Special Research. It's a mouthful.
A fucking mouthful, dude. It's a mouthful. It's ridiculous.
Which is going to run from Wednesday, June 3rd at 1 p.m. local time to Monday, June 8th at 1 p.m. local time. Keep in mind, you'll have 5 days to complete this special research rather than the 7 days that we had from the previous regional challenge. But as discussed last week, we have the optional $7.99 option to purchase the Throwback Challenge Celebration Special Research, which is going to be available whether you completed the previous Throwback Challenges or not. If you did, you'll get some extra candies and stuff. And if you didn't, you'll get all the perks.
I'm still torn on this one. Like, have you put any thought into this? Like, accessibility is important, right? You want more people to be able to experience it, right? I think that the ability for more people to play this outweighs the fact that it takes away from the reward of unlocking the champion thing.
Like I feel like I earned it, so I don't I know you're a completionist, but like I don't need to buy it. It's not something that I personally like. If I completed them all, I don't need it. You know what I mean? It's not necessary. It's just an added bonus. Yeah. I mean, if you're all for it and you have an extra $8 to spare, go for it.
Sure.
It's just more the good stuff you want. And it's a research, so I mean, you get to have fun and have a storyline. So to recap, for those with access to either the Challenge Champion or Celebration, you can expect encounters with Galarian Meowth and Galarian Stunfisk in the wild, as well as research leading to encounters with Unova Pokemon like the starters, Blitzel, Adino, Darumaka, Gothita, and Genesect, which is like the hot ticket.
All about Genesect.
And hopefully we get a different drive. I really hope that's coming, because that would be really cool.
We saw that in the code. It's gotta be.
And it would be cool.
I don't know how they're gonna do it.
It'd be cool if people got different colors, because then it's like, oh man, I need to do it again, or I need to,
you can't trade. So.
No, I know, but that's the thing. It's like, or just give us a different color. That would be cool.
Yeah.
But for those that aren't taking part in the Throwback Champion Challenge or the Celebration research, you can still expect to see Galarian Stunfisk in the wild and in raids. We also we'll see Galarian Meowth, Galarian Zigzagoon, Galarian Darumaka, and Galarian Stunfisk and 7k eggs. So this is the time you definitely want to be hatching 7k eggs. So Ken,
I hate it.
Get back in the grind.
I knew you were gonna ask me, dude. The game forces my hand. Now, this is the other little asterisk here. In addition to these Galarian Pokemon, you're also going to see their regular pool of 7k stuff. So, Alolan Meowth is still going to be in the fucking 7k pool, along with Galarian Meowth. So it's not like this is just exclusive Galarian stuff. So with my fucking luck, I'm going to hatch a shit ton of these, and I'm going to get freaking Alolan Meowth the whole time. But no, I've bought a few boxes over the past couple weeks. I've been doing like the free incubator for 2 and 5k eggs. I've had a few 10k eggs here and there that I've been using the super incubators on. They've all been fucking Phoebus or Clink. It's ridiculous. So I do have, I think, 14 or 15 super incubators on hand right now. So I'm going to save those for the 7Ks. And yes, I will go through these 7Ks, but the second I get one of everything, I'm fucking done. I'm done. Done. I'm not falling for this egg shit.
Understandable. And then we will see Reshiram in the next 3 raid hours. And we don't have yet any information on what our June spotlight hours are going to be or what comes after for the next raid hours. So keep your eye on our social media for updates, okay? Because we want to update y'all.
Yeah, so we have 3 weeks of Reshiram, and we did have Reshiram raid hour today. Did you get to play it all?
Yes.
Okay.
I went out. I said I was only going to do a couple, which I did too. I initially was, mindset of 3, got to do 2, got kind of cut short because the person I was raiding with needed to get out of there, and they just left. But but they were definitely a great help because I definitely couldn't have done it alone. And I got 2 awful IVs.
You caught them both?
Yep. Awful IVs.
Nice.
Just saying.
Yeah, I played in Red Bank today, and there was a fucking crew. Socially distant, a lot of people in cars. Those that were walking were very smart, wearing masks, were spread out. It was good. But we were able to have 3 lobbies, 2 lobbies of 20, plus a lobby of like 8 or 9. And I think we had close to 40 in person, and the rest were remote. So people were fucking raiding hard as hell in Red Bank today. It was great. And I played on foot. I did last week in the car, and that was great and all, but I was kind of mad at myself for not exercising. So I was like, fuck it, I'll do this on foot. We have enough that I don't have to worry about re-lobbying. I can tap and go and not have to worry about, wiping my team and then missing out. And I ended up doing 17 raids total, and 15 of them were, we're all on foot, but 15 of them were with regular passes, and 2 of them we did on foot, but we still used remote passes because we couldn't get to them in time. And I had fucking 5 of them run on me.
5?
Excellent or great throws every time, and I had 5 run. And all the ones that I did catch, all exceptionally shitty IVs. I don't think I have anything that's better than 85%. And I had a 2299, which probably would have been like a 94, 96, I don't know, something like that percent. Had that one fucking run on me. But it's just these things didn't want to stay in the fucking ball for me today. But I did a whole bunch. So that was fun. It was exciting to get that.
And they are exceptionally far away.
So we'll talk about this in a minute, but did you do any on yesterday when they were released? Did you do any?
No.
Okay. So apparently yesterday when they were released, they were further away from what they were today. So there was actually, again, this is just a number, but they had a distance level of 8 yesterday upon launch, both Reshiram and Zekrom in the code.
So like old school Kyogre or Gengar?
Yeah, like way out in the fucking distance. And people were saying that they had to use like straight throws to hit it. And then now that's been adjusted to 7, a value of 7, which brings it closer to the, to the screen, closer to you. And people that I was raiding with today said that they were raiding yesterday, and it seemed much closer, much easier to hit today. I didn't do any yesterday. I did all the ones I did so far have been today. But yeah, I mean, it's a beautiful looking Pokemon. Some of the AR shots I've seen already are just absolutely amazing. It's a very photogenic Pokemon, so I'm looking forward to seeing some pictures.
It is
okay.
A beautiful,
speaking of pictures,
majestic dragon Pokemon.
Yes. Reality blending. This is the first step to having full-blown occlusion in Pokemon Go. So we have two kind of things here that Niantic released on PokemonGoLive.com. Reality blending and PokéStop scanning. I'm going to break down both of these things. So the first iteration of occlusion is coming to the game. They're calling it reality blending. This is probably going to have like a toggle in the menu where you can turn this on or off. They released a video showing a Bulbasaur in AR, and the camera kind of swings to the left, kind of putting a tree into frame. And with reality blending off, the Bulbasaur appears to, be in front of the tree, even though clearly it should be behind it. And then in the next frame, they show reality blending on, and that Bulbasaur then gets hidden behind the tree when the camera, moves. And it's not clean. It's not
perfect.
It's not perfect. And to be honest, it looks pretty crude, but the tech is there and it's running live and in real time. And that's really what we have to be focused on here. And I think this is just going to be an amazing look at what's to come with AR. Oh, and have you noticed in the menu that AR Plus isn't called AR Plus anymore in the menu? It's just called Niantic AR.
Yep. So I have noticed that.
And I don't know how long ago that changed, but I just noticed it the other day.
It's been like a week or two at least.
Okay. And we don't know exactly how this reality blending thing is going to work. We don't know if the results are going to look better in like a photo setting rather than a video setting, because they look kind of a little rough in the video setting. But I can tell you that the buzz in the AR photography community has been fucking insane. Bobby, Ash, JC Pix, like all these guys are going fucking bananas because the possibilities are just going to be amazing of what they're going to be able to do without editing. So very, very looking forward to this. This is definitely going to be something we're going to be covering on our next creator roundtable for Go Snapshot.
My favorite thing was the comments. Somebody's like, oh, this is all cool and stuff for people that like take pictures, I guess. But like, we need more stuff for PvP.
Yeah, man.
Just be excited for something new for the game. Like,
it's like that meme, like, shh, let people enjoy things.
I know.
No, the one guy, but he goes, I guarantee you there's more people doing PvP battles than there is taking dumb pictures of Pokemon in the park. I'm like, jeez, dude, tell us how you really feel.
Yeah, but that's the thing. This game has so many different ways to play, and it's like, this is just one step to make this game better.
Yeah.
Take it for what it is. Making the game better.
Exactly. So reality blending is going to start rolling out to a small number of trainers and will be limited to certain Android phones, including the Samsung Galaxy S9 and S10 and the Google Pixel 3 and 4. Now, I don't know if this has to do with a partnership, a sponsorship, or if it has to do with technology, hardware or software, but I don't know. I know Niantic has done some stuff with Samsung, so maybe that's a connection there, and that's why we're seeing this, come to Android first. I don't know. Remember that round C of funding with, Samsung invested into Niantic. So I don't know. We'll have to see the reasons behind this or how soon it'll be before, to iOS. But I mean, I was talking to Palo the other day, and he's like, shit, man, this might be the time for me to get another phone. He's like, I might need to get an Android now. So it's like the AR community is really excited. So it's very, very cool. Now, on top of this, so expounding on AR, PokéStop scanning is coming to the game. Now, portal scanning was added to Ingress a couple months ago, and it allowed agents to basically use their phone to 3D map a physical location. We've talked about it on the show. And starting this June, we're going to start to see that same technology come to Pokemon Go in the form of PokéStop scanning. Now, it's important to first talk about the grand vision Niantic has in building like this mirror world in AR, where they are mapping the entire planet in augmented reality. Like that's kind of this grandiose goal that Niantic has. They want to map the entire planet. It's awesome.
One day the world will be theirs.
So the PokéStop scanning will take small bites out of that pie and put that power into the trainer's hands. Now, and there's a couple of reasons that PokéStop scanning is going to be important to Niantic, at least from what I can tell so far. Not only is it going to help identify popular locations in the game, obviously locations that get scanned by the most amount of people are going to be popular locations. So not only are they going to be able to identify these popular locations, but it's also going to allow them to map those locations in a detailed AR setting, because they're going to be able to take all this AR map, 3D map data and aggregate it together to really hone in and place that, that real life thing in the AR map and know exactly where it is in relation to GPS, in relation to the ground, the surroundings, the settings, like all that stuff. So that's really important.
Well, I don't know about you, but I'm excited.
I'm fucking fired up. It's also going to help them understand how devices can read monodepth and show the difference between something that's static, something that's there, planted in the ground, anchored to the ground, and something that's in the background. So it's just being able to scan all this data. It's not just taking a video. You're not just taking a video and sending it to Niantic. You're taking a video, but inside all that video, the nuts and bolts of all that, there's a lot of calculations that are going on by this, scanning technology. And I just think it's an amazing way to assist Niantic in having a better understanding of how the augmented reality world can blend with the reality world. You know what I mean? Like it's...
Yeah, I actually didn't think, you saying that makes so much more sense. Like all the different phones getting...
Sure.
That's insane.
And the fact is, like, we're empowered to do this. So I think that there's definitely a difference in code when it comes to, and I don't mean code like ones and zeros like the Matrix. I mean like the moral code or the social code behind trainers that are interested in Wayfarer and those that are not. And the ones that are interested in Wayfarer kind of have this social code about them where they say, look, I want to do this to help the community. I want to do this to help my local community and the global community. And I can really see those type of trainers latching onto this and this becoming just like PvP or just like raiding or just like Go Snapshot, another subset of ways to interact with the game. Because people will do this because they know that they're making the game world a better place by doing this. So it's really cool. I'm super fucking into this. And in Ingress, the whole portal scanning thing, it's reserved for level 16 agents. That's like end game, and it's a fucking grind. Like probably more so than a grind to get to level 40 and go. So I can imagine that Ingress agents that also play Pokemon Go are going to be excited to do this. I know the Wayfarer community is going to be all over this. Like, I'm just really fucking excited. I just hope that it comes to iOS sooner than later, or, I can land a fucking, Samsung deal like Mystic 7, Molly, and Zoe, But like that S20 that they use isn't even one of these phones that it's going to be rolling out to initially, so...
Right. I just looked up S9 and S10s, and it's like those are still about like $400, something around there. So it's like, I don't know if I need to see this occlusion that bad.
Well, that's the thing. When the reality blending is rolling out to those phones, but the portal scanning, that's going to roll out based on trainer level. That'll be available to just about everybody. I don't think that's going to be device gated.
Oh, okay.
So it's really exciting. I love talking about the technology side of this. I really believe in Niantic's vision of pushing AR and how the real world platform could have these different, functions outside of the game world, but use the game to develop and build them. It's just super fucking exciting to me. Super, super nerdy, and I fucking love it. I can't wait. All right, Adam, let's shift gears here. We're talking about code. Why don't we talk about what Pokeminers found in the code this week?
All right, so just a few tidbits from Pokeminers. And remember, this is not confirmed or announced by Niantic, and data mining is considered breaking terms of service. So with that out of the way, a new APK, 0.175.3, is starting to roll out. And while there isn't too much to report on, there are a few things worth noting. Models for some Galarian forms and their shinies have been added, including Berserker, Galarian Ponyta Rapidash, Galarian Slowpoke, Galarian Zigzagoon, Galarian Linoon, Galarian Farfetch'd, and Galarian Darumaka, Galarian Darmanitan, Normal and Zen, Galarian Stunfisk, and while the model hasn't been pulled yet, they also found data for Galarian Cursola. But I'm questioning if you've got the shinies of the other two, where's Obstagoon fit in?
This is what they found so far. This doesn't necessarily... And again, models have hit the game and not been released for months and months and months. I mean, obviously we know Berserker and Stunfisk are coming sooner than later. Same thing with Darumaka and stuff. But Galarian Farfetch'd, Galarian Ponyta and Rapidash, Slowpoke, like, where are they going to fit into this puzzle of release? Could this be something we see towards the GoFest window? Could this be something that they just pull, a surprise on us with the throwback champion? Like, I don't know. We'll have to see.
I don't know. That's actually a good idea. I don't know. They wouldn't surprise us like that. They wouldn't. Don't get your hopes up, people.
Damn, fucking right. Buzzkill.
I'm sorry, but like I would save that totally for. Imagine taking it, like having like the task, like take a photo of Ponyta. You know what I mean? Take the photo of Farfetch'd. Like, who doesn't want to take pictures of those Pokemon as soon as they're released? You know what I mean? Like, people like those old Pokemon, and bringing them to GoFest. That's what I'm saying. I'm putting on my tinfoil hat early and I'm gonna call it. But anyways, so to continue the tidbits, the friendless search term giftable is still not working.
Yeah, this is one I can't wait for, because it would make life a lot easier when sending gifts.
Yeah, especially when I went hiking with my son today, and it's like, here I am just trying to like make sure that I get the gifts for the stops, but I'm trying to send gifts so I don't have any in my inventory, and I'm just like, man, I don't know who to gift, because I just keep like click, nope, click, nope,
yeah,
click,
it's annoying.
Nope.
It's a time suck.
Mm-hmm. And it looks like the Galar Dex will have its own tab in the Pokedex, and it shows a Rotom phone as the image.
Yeah, that's hot shit.
That's sick.
That's the hotness. And
then for PvPers, overtapping seems to be fixed in the latest APK as well.
Right. So, not like Pokeminers didn't do a full teardown, but there's definitely some good tidbits in here. The models for the Galarian Pokemon look amazing, especially the Ponyta and the Rapidash. It's fucking My Little Ponyta. It's beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous.
I can't wait to take some AR pictures.
The Zen form Galarian Darmanitan, fucking phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah.
Looks really good. And someone showed a video that they were running the APK off APK Mirror live on a device, and showed a video of overtapping being corrected. I know that this has been killing the battlers out there, just because they're just losing matches because they had trained themselves to compensate for overtapping when it was a thing. And then when it went away, just through naturally playing, they don't do that anymore. So now that overtapping came back, it's like they're fucked again, because they have to rewire their brain to be reserved, and now it's going to be fixed again, so they can go back to just fucking spamming the shit out of stuff. But it's that I know that a lot of people are going to be very, very happy with the overtapping being corrected. All right, that was a lot of information. Adam, you ready to take a little break? We got I think that's enough info for right now before our fucking heads explode.
We'll take all right, I'm going to wipe the sweat off my brow.
Yeah, we'll come back. We'll talk a little bit about GoFest. We'll check in with Professor Willow, and then we'll do this Reshiram raid guide and battle party. What do you think?
It sounds like an excellent end of the show. Let's do it.
All right, we'll be back right after this. And we're back.
Oh, jeez, I tried to be on cue with you there.
Don't worry, I fix that shit in post every week to make it sound like we timed it perfect. All right, little housekeeping to run through as always before we get into the ass of the show. This podcast is powered by Patreon. Please check ours out over at patreon.com/Pokemon Professor, where you can support this show for as little as $1 a month. And that $1 will get you access to our patron-exclusive Discord, which is a fantastic place filled with fantastic people. And I want to give a huge shout-out to our show supporter tier patrons. Brittany, J, James, M. Pitts, Terry, David, Chris, Sydney, The Noise, Harry, Pokey, Nabot, Purple Pancakes, Them Gears Be Bangin', Lady Goobly Meat, Go Ranger, Matt, Baker Boy, Jolt Switch, Alex, The Illustrious Overseer, Jason, Matt from Kentucky, Paul, Justin, Val, Monica, PJ, Augmented Naturally, Jay, Mackle, Brian, Smeatwad, G-Stack, Sam, Lynchbot, Unbreakable, Chad, Matthew, Jamal, Ace Trainers, Woodwoos, Wolf, Mojo, Jojo, Legendary Mew, and also upping his patronage to the show supporter tier, Team Magma Tyler. Thank you so much for your support. We really do appreciate it. And a huge shout out to our executive producer, Paul Bott. As always, thank you so much, Paul. We appreciate it. But if Patreon isn't your thing, no big deal. There's still a couple other ways you could help us out. If you're listening on YouTube, you can subscribe to the show or subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications. And if you're listening via a podcast service like Apple Podcasts, you can take a moment to leave us a review. Oh, and you could also check out... Yeah, thank you so much. And you can also check out PokemonProfessor.com/merch and pick up some of our shite, because we have a lot of shite up for sale. And that would definitely
And don't mind me, but I've already purchased a coffee mug and a t-shirt.
I knew you were going to go for the mug, dude, right away. You were so excited about the mugs. So great. So cool. All right, Adam, why don't you give us the small amount of details that we have so far on GoFest? I mean, we're buzzing. The internet is buzzing. This is very exciting. We just don't know much.
Houston, we are a go for GoFest.
Yes.
All right, so this is coming, again, straight off of PokemonGoLive.com. They're on top of it. GoFest 2020 has been announced, but all we have is a date. Well, there's two, actually. Saturday, July 25th, and Sunday, July 26th. Those are going to be the dates. Niantic promises a reimagining of the Pokemon GoFest experience, starting with the ability for trainers to play on both days of the event. Here is a line directly from the release. Not only are you in for an exciting weekend of bonuses, Pokemon encounters, and special research, there will also be exciting ways to connect with other trainers and experience other fun surprises throughout the entire summer. So in other words, let's put on our tinfoil hats and speculate what they can mean by exciting new ways to connect with other trainers.
Okay.
And you know me, I'm jumping. Like, I just want to go. Can I just start?
Go ahead. Cannonball into the pile of tinfoil.
All right, I got my knees clasped. I'm jumping in.
Discord integration.
Discord integration. No. No, I think immediately we will see remote raiding, inviting friends. Boom. There's that. Like, we knew that was coming. It's not necessarily a surprise, but like, that's a big deal. I think there will be some way to communicate, because the game needs some form of communication.
Like an in-game chat?
Yes.
Ooh.
Whether
Ooh.
not necessarily a chat, but like because like the Pokemon, unless you're friends with somebody, unless you're like, you probably have to like, and then that'd be the thing, like, as if you're best friends with somebody, you probably can chat with them. If not, then it probably limits you to, you have to be friends, and then you've got, or maybe not even friends, but
If they do if it's through friends, they got to up the fucking friend count, because 200 is just too fucking low. I've been deleting, so I'm so sorry if you were on my list and then you're not anymore. I've been deleting so many fucking people. I have to. It's crazy. I hate it.
Maybe not that. Maybe it's just simple, like in the TCGO. There's simple like, oh hey, your Pokemon looks nice, or just I'm ready.
Just like
I'm ready for the raid.
Yeah.
Do you want to raid? Just simple things.
A couple episodes ago, we talked about some stuff that was found in the APK of the ability to like show interest in a raid. So maybe this can kind of play into the fact that you're able to communicate for, first of all,
raids,
do you think remote raid invites, do you think that's going to be that'll launch during GoFest? Do you think we're going to have to wait till the end of July for that?
I think it would mean like the people that are still physically at home and they're not going out of concern, whatever. I think that's a way for them to be able to raid outside of needing to physically be there.
Right, but that would require the invites, though. That's what I'm saying. Do you think
so I think that's a necessity. I think it is.
By GoFest, or you think we'll see that before GoFest?
I want to say they announced it, so it's not technically a surprise.
I know, but I hope we don't have to wait till fucking GoFest, man. But here I was last week saying, oh, hopefully it'll be out by Reshiram, and nope.
Well, somebody online, I apologize. I was just scrolling through Twitter and somebody was like, oh, remember like the giant raids they did? After
it was Jay
GoFest
Mackle.
last year?
Jay Mackle in our Discord was like, remember the big raid test they did at the end of Chicago last year? And I think they did one in Dortmund as well. So maybe we see something like with big ass fucking raid lobby, or, I don't know, stacked raids, back-to-back raids. I don't know. They're going to have to do something.
That would be cool.
Have to do something. But
they could bring back, Flower Crown Pikachu and Eevee.
No, stop.
And they make those.
Stop.
Okay,
Stop.
And they could make those the giant Pokemon, and that's what everybody battles.
No, I think that we got to hone in on the fact that they say exciting ways to connect with other trainers. So I think that I think that we will probably see the invite system come at GoFest. Believe me, I want it now. I want it yesterday. But I think we'll see it launch for around GoFest. And I think we're going to see some way to communicate the fact that we're interested in a raid, where you can tag it, flag it, or something, where if you're at your house, down the road, and you're interested in a raid that you could see, and I could also see that raid, you can flag that as a raid you're interested in. So when I look at it from my perspective, I can see that you're interested. That way, I feel a little bit more confident with being the first one to drop a raid pass in there, because I know someone else is interested, so someone else will most likely join. I don't know. That's what I'm thinking. Like Jacket K in the Discord was like, or on Twitter was like, oh, didn't we see something that like you would get your pass back if the raid doesn't actually start? And I was like, yeah, there was something in the code, but it never went live. And a lot of people were losing raid passes because, they thought that was live. I mean, we saw a tidbit of it in the code, but it never actually went live. I don't know what it's going to be, but they're going to have to do something. And we know that if they're doing a reimagining of this, like let's think of what we know of GoFest. We know that there's different biomes or different habitats, right? You had like the desert area and the ice area, or the scary what was it called? The spooky forest or whatever the fuck it was.
Yep.
So maybe they do something like Incense Day. I think you said that a couple episodes ago too. Something like
Incense where I was like,
Day.
that's got to be why they're giving us those, as like, kind of like icebreakers, like tests to see if like their servers and stuff could handle that. And maybe, like I know that, they're shutting down the 1st, so I believe, right? June 1st. Yep. Yeah. So, who knows if like they have to make adjustments so they can do it for the entire weekend of just incense, just keep rotating over and over and over and over again. Like maybe
Well, the thing is too, it's like what we know about these incense days. It's still associated with type, water type, dark type. When you were at GoFest and you were in the desert biome or the desert habitat or whatever, you're still seeing multiple types that could live in that habitat. So it wasn't like it's just one type that's spawning. So, same kind of concept, but they might have to switch some stuff up. I don't know. I don't know what can happen, but I'm very interested to hear what the community thinks of what the reimagined GoFest could be. So that'll probably be, I don't even want to call it a poke the bear, but that'll probably be our community question for next week. Like, what the fuck could GoFest be from home? How could they make this different than Safari Zone? How could they make it different than a Spotlight Hour and a Raid Hour? Who knows? What are they going to have to do to make this seem as grand as a GoFest? Or what can they do to make it seem better than a Safari Zone? Because Safari Zone had all the spawns. And really,
yep, yeah.
Outside of the spawns, what's different? It's the habitats. So how do you translate the habitats to a remote experience? It's very fucking cool. I can't wait. But
I mean,
remote raid invites, I think we might have to wait till GoFest. But I think that's what they might mean by saying exciting ways to connect with other trainers. I don't know. Other fun surprises? I don't fucking know. I don't know, but I'm excited. I'm definitely excited. All right, let's check in real quick with Professor Willow.
I'm Wolfie with Gaming Together Media, and this is Willow's Almanac.
All right, I'm going to run through the dates really quick, rapid fire style, just like Adam said. Monday, June 1st, the game is going to be down for global maintenance, 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. PDT, Pacific Time. Go Battle League will also be shifting to Ultra League once the maintenance is over. So Season 2 Ultra League will be kicking off after that. Tuesday, June 2nd, we'll have an unannounced Spotlight Hour. We don't know what it's going to be, or to be honest, even if there will be one, I can't imagine them not doing it. It's very successful for them. Wednesday, June 3rd, a couple things. We have the start of the Throwback Challenge. I guess we can call it the finale of the Throwback Challenge, which is going to be the Champion Special Research, the Celebration Special Research, and we also have that Unova event, or whatever you want to call it, for people that don't take part in that special research. So all that stuff happening on the 3rd. And then finally on the 3rd, again, we have the second Reshiram remote raid hour from 6 to 7 p.m. local time. All right, Reshiram. Adam, we haven't done a raid guide and battle party in a little bit. It's been a couple weeks.
What'd you say?
I said battle party.
A battle party. Whoop, whoop, battle party.
Whoop, whoop. It's been so fucking long, dude. It's been so long since
you need
we
to edit that.
Whoop whoop on. It's been a while.
Listen, I think I brought it back pretty eloquently there.
You did. You brought it. You brought the heat.
All right, so this is coming from G2G.media. Reshiram is a dragon fire type legendary Pokemon, making it weak to dragon, ground, and rock types. What about the water? Where's the water? It's weak to water, right? It's fire. No. Listen, I'm in the TCG mindset, and it's always been a fire card, and it's always been weak to water. So this really hurts me in the heart. So when I was reading this, I was like, oh no, it's got to be water. But anyways, so under the correct conditions, you can do a Reshiram, but it is a pretty easy 3 to 4 person raid. In raid boss form, it has a CP of 53,394, and once caught, you can have a max CP of 4,038.
It's a big boy. Big boy.
Big boy. It has a great attack stat of 275, a defense of 211, and HP of 205. 100% catch rates for boosted and non-boosted. Non-boosted is 2307 at level 20, and boosted is 2884 at level 25 in sunny or windy weather.
Terry Wolf caught a hundo, 2307.
Oh my god.
I know. So
I had
did
boosted,
How Stark caught one
but
too.
I was like 2807 or 2809. It was like, come on.
All of mine were doo-doo. Heavy duty doo-doo. Like 2232.
They just call those snowflakes.
Yes.
The white doo-doos. But anyway, so for movesets, for its fast attack, it either has Dragon Breath or Fire Fang. For its charge attacks, it has Draco Meteor, Overheat, Stone Edge, or Crunch. The top counters taken from G2G's chart, featuring Pokebattler, GoHub, and Game Press all combined. We've got Dialga in the top tier, Dragontail Draco Meteor, Rhyperior with Mudslap and Rock Wrecker, Salamence with Dragontail Outrage, Palkia with Dragontail Draco Meteor, Rayquaza with Dragontail Outrage, Rampardos Smackdown Rock Slide. Other potential counters, you've got Haxorus. I mean, do you have one of those?
No, I don't have any of this.
I don't even have an Axu.
Me neither.
I must ask you a question.
Yes.
Do you have Haxorus? No, then you can't use it. But if you do have it, you should use it. Terrakian's okay. Garchomp's okay as well. Ken, what are you bringing?
So both Pokebattler and Game Press had the top counter as Rayquaza, Dragontail Outrage. GoHub has their top counter as Rhyperior. So Dragon, and it's what's important to know here is, do you want to be offensive or defensive? Because the moveset of Reshiram is really going to dictate how your party is going to do. And what you're seeing here throughout, all of these counters is you're seeing the ground and rock types and you're seeing the dragon types, but dragon being weak to dragon and the ability of Reshiram to have Draco Meteor, my fucking dragons were just getting one-shotted today, like no problem.
That's enough to be
I was
super
getting
scared
wrecked.
of.
Yeah, I was getting fucking destroyed.
Yeah, I was as well.
So what I did was I built two different parties out for Reshiram, one that was dragon heavy and then one that wasn't. And then depending on what they recommended me, if they put dragons in my recommended, I knew that it didn't have Draco Meteor. So then I would bring my dragon-based party. And then if it, and then the exact opposite, if it gave me my rock ground attackers, I would bring my rock ground party, not using the recommended, but I would use my own parties that I had built like that. So that's what I recommend doing. So I have two parties built out for Reshiram. If it has Draco Meteor, I'm bringing 3 Rhyperior, 3 Rampardos. They're solid, they're tanky, they do the job, super effective damage. If it doesn't have Draco Meteor, that's when I'll bring the dragons. And this is fun. I just love using the dragons. I'll use 3 Rayquaza, 3 Dialga. So depending on moveset, that's going to dictate what I bring. I know I'm always boring when it comes to battle parties, but I try to be pretty efficient. I don't know what it would take to duo this thing. I would imagine that you would probably need windy weather and it not having... No, see, if it has windy weather... Yeah, you would need windy weather and it not having Draco Meteor. Like, if it had the Fire Fast move and, like, Crunch... So if it had Fire Fang and Crunch, and it's windy weather, and you bring a party of dragons, you'd probably be able to duo this. So if that's the case, and in that weird case, then I'll bring, like, 6 fucking Dialga. Or a bunch of, Dialga and Rayquaza. I don't know. But I think that this way is probably the best way to do it, splitting up the dragons and the rocks. But Adam, what about you? What are you bringing?
Well, it just so happens that my 100% crew is a split of both.
Yay!
And in my head, even though I read those things, I'm like, Almastar is still, he's like rock and water, right? So I have my 100% squad, like I said, Rhyperior, Salamence, Aggron, Golem, Almastar, and Flagron.
So you're going to be the guy that brings the Aggron to a raid?
Listen, it's 100%. He's maxed out. He's ready to go.
Still, dude, it's a fucking Aggron.
I don't care. He's my Aggron.
No, the Rhyperior.
I mean, I do have a 100% Geodude that's named Ken.
Well, that's because he's the
and
fucking boss.
And I could evolve him all the way up to Golem, but then it would defeat the purpose of having 100% Ken.
Yeah. Keep that shit as Geodude for sure.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
With the amount of people I had today, I mean, I would do the whole raid and I would I only need to use 1 revive because we were getting through, it so quick because, everyone's level fucking 40. Everyone's got stacked counters. Like, it was easy peasy, but, it really depends. I mean, it was brutal though on those times where it had Draco Meteor and I was bringing dragons. I was just getting fucking slayed. I was just getting wrecked. Like just one shot, Pokemon would come right into the mix, and the second it would hit the screen, it would come back because it would just get fucking instantly wiped out. But let us know what you're bringing to Reshiram. Let us know if you're going to be doing these raid hours. Let us know if you're doing them in person, if you're doing them remotely. Let us know. Let us know how you did. If you get a good one like fucking Terry Wolf, you get a hundo or something, definitely tag us on social media. We'd love to see it and give you a little clap. But Adam, I think we did it, man. I think we did it. I think that's a show.
I think we did it. I think we have spoken the word of Pokemon Go.
We hath spreadeth the gospel of Arceus and spread the love.
The gospel.
Yes.
The gospel of Desklops.
All right. You can email us, info@luredup.com. Check out luredup.com for everything that's going on in the show. You can also get in touch with us via phone, 732-835-8639. You can send us a text, leave us a voicemail, send us pictures, send us video. We would love to see all that stuff. Check out PokemonProfessor.com for everything that's going on in the network. PokemonProfessor.com/merch for all our merch. You can get our t-shirts. Our Secret League pin is linked there. And also make sure you check out g2g.media for Willow's Almanac. And if you'd like, our link to our Google Calendar is also in the description. But Adam, if you don't have anything else, I think that's truly a wrap.
Do we put like tomatoes and lettuce and tofu in there?
Hummus and cucumber is my preferred.
Hummus and cucumber.
My preferred wrap.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Hummus and cucumbers.
All right. That sounds delicious.
And
Head over to our Discord because Ken shared some recipes.
We have a new
section.
channel in the Discord called Ken's Recipes. I did this. I made some bomb ass stuffed peppers. I put the whole fucking recipe up. The shit was the bomb. So good. So good.
Yeah, they look fantastic.
But all right.
I gotta marinate some tofu tomorrow.
Keep training, trainers. We'll catch up with you next week. See you later.